Hi, welcome to another video with me. Today is day 2. This seldom happens because, as you know, it's quite hard to be a consistent person, but who knows, today is day 2. And today what we're going to do, as I chat a little bit, is we're going to paint this. What is this? These are tiny little pots. So these little tiny pots, I'm gonna paint it because I'm gonna create more of the beaded flowers, and I've actually created like a bouquet of beaded flowers, but today I had a consulting session, so I gave that cute little bouquet of beaded flowers to my learner. And then after that, right, I went to Daiso, and then I found these little cute pots. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint them. You can see, ta-da! We're going to paint them, and then after that we're going to let it dry, and then after that I'm going to create more tiny cute beads, which I probably will not be able to complete it today, so maybe tomorrow we will do the beads, and then we will create the cute little potted beaded flowers. So what we're going to do is we're going to paint all this into pastel colors, and I even bought a tiny little table, so then we can put all this like this. And then I probably have to paint this. Should I paint this? I think I should paint this. Yeah, so basically, as I've shared yesterday, what I'm trying to do is I'm going to talk a little bit more about how it feels like living with CPTSD, but at the same time, still doing all the things that I like. And I think a lot of times people misunderstand that if you have some kind of like trauma and everything, then you are constantly 24/7 traumatized. Yes, you are, but at the same time, for me, I'm not sure about everybody else, but for me, as much as I remember, I always try to kind of like focus on the things that I enjoy doing, but at the same time, the certain situations in life can trigger you, but at the same time, you actually still do, I still do the things that I like. And so I think a lot of people don't understand how CPTSD can affect you, and also how it actually feels like. Anyways, the moral of this is that I think similar for most other mental health issues, the thing is that if you can create a safe space, and I know this is also coming from a place of privilege, that I was able to create a safe space for myself, and so with this safe space, I'm able to do more creative projects that is actually really very beneficial to my mental health. And yeah, I know it's not easy to think of creative projects when you are in survival mode, and a lot of times we are in survival mode, and it's very difficult for you to like, how do I say this, allocate time for it. But unfortunately, in order for you to heal, this is all part of the process, right? And I cannot say that it's the same for every single person, but I think it really depends on your life stage as well, and how you are aware of the triggers that affect you. Okay, so I know I like to talk, right, and then my hand will not move, so I better talk and move my hands at the same time. So anyway, I have 5 different colors, and so I'm going to paint all these little pots in 5 different colors. Unfortunately, one of them is chipped. Can you see? Yeah, so let's keep this video really short. Like, let's aim for like, I don't know, 12 minutes. So I have exactly like 7 minutes now. As I said, this is my own lived experience, and I don't expect that everybody can understand. But if you are feeling like nobody understands you, or you don't know how to move forward, if you suspect that you have CPTSD and everything, all I can say is that my method may not work for you. I'm just doing whatever that works for me at the moment, and whenever there's something that changes, then I will adjust whatever that works for me. Do you know what am I saying? Am I confusing you? Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that not everybody, not it's not one size fits all when it comes to the different therapies and different ways that you can heal. And it's an extremely long journey, because some days you feel like, hey, I'm actually feeling better today, but then suddenly the next day something happens, and then you can get triggered, and you will feel all the emotions flooding in. But it's not that you are back to square one. It's just that when it comes to all these healing processes, it comes and goes, comes and go. As in, if you feel like you're always back at square one, but what you don't realize is that you're actually going in a circular kind of direction. And so every single time it feels like you're going back to the same area, but then you're like actually moving upwards, you know? So don't judge yourself so much. I think how you talk to yourself is really very important. You may not realize that actually a lot of times you may have a very harsh and critical self, like this person living in you is very harsh. So then you have to take care of yourself like a little baby, and when those negative voices come to you, then you can talk to it in a very gentle way, like, hey, whatever you're doing is good enough for now, right? And things are changing and improving, and you can't change everything in a day, so it takes time to like unravel a lot of things that you thought were the truth about yourself, but it's not really the truth at all. It's just what you were taught to believe, and along the years you really believe that you are not good enough, that you are a bad person, and you feel so much shame. And so you have to consciously tell yourself that this is all part of the process. No one is perfect, right? And that you have to, no matter what, protect yourself, in a sense that you need to protect yourself from those harsh narrative that you keep repeating to yourself over and over again. So don't be, okay, I know it's easy to say don't be. It's not easy at all. But I would say practice every day on how you talk to yourself. And a lot of times, right, when you are extremely triggered, right, in a very unsafe situation, then you feel like, oh my god, all the emotions are like rushing back, and I feel so overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. And so because of that, right, to prevent that, easy to say all you need to do, but what you can try to do is that normal day-to-day thing, a normal day-to-day conversation with yourself, Like if let's say you feel like, oh my god, I see something wrong, or like, oh my god, I should have noticed that, all this kind of thing, right? That's the time where you practice that self-compassion. Yeah. Little by little, you need to change your narrative. Okay? Okay, this doesn't look good. Okay? This is good enough, okay? Step by step. Yeah, usually the one that is really hurting you is actually your inner dialogue. And so, we need to learn to talk to ourselves kindly. Okay, everybody in the world can talk to you in a very bad way, but you cannot talk to yourself in a bad way. Who else is going to be on your side besides yourself? Okay, so it's about 11 minutes now, and I only painted one, so I'm just going to continue painting the rest, and tomorrow we will continue, and I'll show you all the different cute little pots tomorrow with some beaded flowers. Okay, that's all. So remember, today's lesson is be conscious of what you tell yourself, and no matter what, you need to be on your side. No matter what, you need to protect yourself from your own critical and harsh words. Okay, bye. Don't forget to subscribe if you like to listen to me talk. Bye.